Hey guys, it's Christina and Tuxedo and Nini back here. So if you hear the snoring, that is Nini probably. So I just wanted to pop on here because it is kind of mid improvement season. It is Saturday, March 19th at 11:30 a.m. and I just wanted to come on here and make a quick little update vlog type of thing. I'm actually getting ready to go to the gym. I just got dressed and I was like, you know what, before I leave, let me just film something. I was just checking flights, and that's kind of been the bane of my existence for the past month or so. Everyone out there knows about gas prices and everything going on right now, so I had intended on doing NPC Junior USAs this year. I did not do that show last year, although I was qualified, but I just couldn't afford it at the time, and it's looking like I may not be able to do it again this year either, because I'm kind of in the middle of battling with a lot in my brain in terms of my plan for scheduling shows this year. I did the shows that I could do last year, given my broken toe, upper respiratory infection, everything else that was going on. Still working a full-time job. I am still working a full-time job on top of having a dozen coaching clients on my own and my stage light jewelry business. So there's a lot of moving parts. There's a lot of spinning wheels, and I can't constantly take time off work. Like, I'm not someone who just does coaching only and competing is the only other thing I do. Like, so scheduling shows and making sure I have the time free and the time available is difficult. But this year, because of gas prices and everything, it's looking like round trip flights as of this morning from Newark to Charleston are at $588. So that is like absurd. I can do it. It's not really even about the money as much as it is that I don't know if I am truly improved enough to go right into another show. I just competed in December and I did not have the most like solid improvement season. It's been decent. I've definitely made like significant muscle growth and gains. I can tell that just from my progress pictures. But I don't know if now is like the right time for me to start a cut already. Part of me is like, my intuition almost is telling me like to just wait, don't do the show, it'll be okay, because not only like am I not feeling 100% improved where I want to be for competing yet, but Junior USA's is a very difficult show to go pro and win at. It's always good to show up. That's why part of me is still looking, and I'm like, all right, maybe I could do it. Maybe I should do it. You know, I just got fourth at nationals. It would be smart to continue and do it again. But yeah, I don't want to waste $2,000, $1,500 between flight. I have to get a new suit. I have to get my NPC card. I have to pay for the hotel, tanning, whatever. I'm looking at least $1,500, $2,000 by the time the trip is over to maybe go pro. And at Junior USA's, you have to get first place in your class and then top four in the overall. So there's usually around 8 height classes. So half the girls in the overall will go pro, the other half will leave with nothing. So knowing that I have to get first place and then I have to win at the overall, it's just... Look at his face. Oh, you missed it. He's like nodding out. But yeah, so I don't know if it's the smartest decision. There's so many factors at play. Getting in front of judges, trying a new stage look, getting the experience, potentially going pro. Like, you never know. You never know who's going to show up. We just found out at the amateur Arnold a couple of weeks ago, there were 5 girls in my height class. So a show like that where you can go pro and you don't even have to be qualified, like anyone can go and potentially go pro at an amateur Arnold or Olympia. And I didn't do that show, and I could have fucking did it. So I don't want to have this feeling again if Junior USA's comes around and there's like 8 girls in my friggin' class. Like, that's worth it to do it at that point because the odds are in your favor if you're looking on point for the show, and I know I would be. I did not go off the rails in my improvement season. I reversed really, really well. I am like maybe 10 pounds up from my last stage weight, which is what I would hope to be and want to be at this point in my improvement season, because you don't want to stay super, super, super lean. I hope he doesn't start barking. My dog, these dogs are here he goes. These dogs are walking across the street next door. But, yeah, so I didn't gain a super ton of body fat because you do want to have a little bit of body fat, so when you start a cut again, you have something to actually cut. But, you want to be able to grow a decent amount of muscle without growing a decent amount of body fat. And I think I've done that. I feel like I am going to show up better, but I want to show up the best. I want to show up undeniably confident and just knowing that I fucking look amazing. Like, I feel like I'm getting there, but I just know that I want my glutes to come in better. I want them to be fuller. Granted, I'm softer right now, so by the time I cut, they could be exactly where I was hoping they would be. I don't know yet, but yeah, so I just wanted to kind of vent and say that I don't know what I'm doing right now. My dream, I may have mentioned this previously, would be to go Junior USA's in May, win my pro card, come home, compete in the New York Pro 1 week later, so I would be ready, I'd be prepped, be able to have my family come to that show because it's right in Teaneck, I'm pretty sure, and I'm in Staten Island, it's like 45 minutes. And that would be amazing, you know, like, win the pro card, make my debut at the New York Pro with my family there. That's like what my heart is hoping happens, but we all know that nothing ever goes as planned. So the other thing is NPC Universe is back in Teaneck as well. It's been in Charleston the past couple years because of COVID. It's back in Teaneck at the end of June. I think it's June 30th through July 2nd. So I could do that show too. That's really where I'm leaning at this point. Top 2 in each class go pro at Universe in bikini. So it's a little bit, I don't want to say like I have an easier chance to go pro because usually a lot of people show up to Universe, but you know, it's still there, it's right around the corner, so I don't have to fly, I don't have to get a hotel for more than like one night probably. So that would be amazing, and then my family can come to that time too, you know? So if that's at the end of June, if I do that show, if I decide to hold out for Junior USA's and wait until Universe, maybe I could do that. There is always Junior Nationals in between the two in the middle of June. I did that show last year. That's the show I broke my toe at, leaving after finals. Thank God it was after finals. But yeah, I don't know if I really want to go to fucking Chattanooga again. Like, it wasn't bad, but it just like, it was hot. It was the middle of summer. It was just like, I don't know. Granted, looking back at that show, I have mentioned that I wish I would have, that was my first national show ever, and I came off a regional overall, so I was like super in my head that I'm going pro at this show. Like, you shouldn't even compete at nationals unless you win an overall. I just won. I was like really feeling myself, you know? But during that time, I did get first call-outs at junior nationals, and I didn't really appreciate that moment as much as I should have, because when I competed in USA's a couple months later, I got second call-outs and 11th place, and I dropped from 6th place to 11th in one show when I thought I looked better. I think it was my suit, my Toxic Angel suit. I learned their cuts and their styles a lot better since then, so I just bought the wrong suit cut and style, but so yeah, so once nationals came around in December and I was finally just gunning to just get back in that first call out, that's really all I wanted, to just be in the mix again. And then that happened, and I was really able to absorb that and soak it in and appreciate every second of that show. And I look back like, damn, I wish I would have felt the same way about that in junior nationals, because that really was impressive to pull out a 6th place at my first national show ever, amongst some amazing girls who have been at the national circuit for like a year or two at that point, you know. So I was really just like, I think I was just pissed because I didn't make the top 5. I was like right there at 6th, so I had to just go out, do a front pose, and head off. I didn't have any like real routine at finals or anything, so it was just like a sore loss, you know. And I, looking back, wish that I would have taken that moment in a lot better and really appreciated it a lot more and humbled myself down a lot more. But yeah, so here I am, technically 7 weeks out from Junior USA's. I kind of started a little bit of a cut this past week, just preemptively, in case flights fucking drop and I get the balls to book them. So I don't know what I'm going to do. I've been looking at different suits lately. I'm going to get a new suit. I'm stuck between pretty much red and turquoise at this point. I don't know. A lot of girls wear red. I've worn turquoise and it looked beautiful back in 2016, so I'm kind of like, I know it works, maybe I should try that, but we'll see what happens. if I keep cutting it this close, I'm going to be wearing my fucking green suit again. So I really need to decide what I'm going to do and make that plan fucking happen. So yeah, I'm at 10 minutes. I want to start making more frequent just updates and vlogs and stuff like that. I know the algorithm works better if you have a 10-minute video, so I just hit that mark. If you guys have any questions, you want to ask anything or get my opinions on anything, competing, prepping, fitness, posing, training, whatever, send me a message, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.